movies too long nowadays? It seems like every movie in the last decade is over 2 hours long. You know what? I actually really like this question because my big problem with movies is me committing to that time in one sitting, especially in a theater. I have to pee a lot. I have a bladder the size of a walnut. So I like movies that can tell their story in an hour and a half. I don't think 2 hours is excessively long. I don't like the sudden trend of average movies being 2 hours and 15 minutes to 2.5 hours. Like, that's too long for
Depends
me.
on the pacing. If it's written well and paced well, you don't feel it at that time.
No, you don't. I just in
Captain
terms
America Winter Soldier was like 2 hours, 20 minutes. Didn't
True.
feel like it at all.
True. I guess just in terms of my day-to-day, like, what I do on my days off, with my time off, with my little time off, I would love to see movies settle in around the 2 hour mark, like, maximum.
Go back to that, you mean, versus even 90.
Yeah.
I think there's something that's happened where there's a perceived value that's kicked back in to movies. Movies now cost an average like $13.
Sure, so some people want to be there longer.
It wasn't like even 10 years ago where people didn't maybe want to spend 2 hours in the theater. They wanted that 95-minute experience, but now they might feel cheated. If you go see a superhero movie now, you don't want it to be less than 2 hours. You want 3 or 4 really good long fight scenes. You want the development you expect it to be. Avengers 2 is going to be easily 2 hours, 20 minutes, if not 2.5 hours.
Sure.
It's going to be long. So that's what you want. You want that money's worth. Again, if a movie's written well, it doesn't. If it's short or long, it just goes. The last 2 Hobbit movies, they stretch it from 2 to 3 movies, and it showed. It was like, come on, get on with it.
Yeah.
Get on with it.
I never
so
saw
much
him, but
exposition.
that's what I heard.
They could have did both in 2 hour 45-minute movies or 2 3-hour movies instead of having 3 2.5 hour movies. They could have done it.
It's weird that I look at everything in terms of time, but I do because I have little free time. I guess.
You're a man of mystery. You're out and about.
No, I just work like 9 to 10 hours a fucking day.
Man of mystery.
But for me, it's like I will take a risk on a movie that's 90 minutes long. I will only go see like a 2.5 hour movie if I'm fairly certain I'm going to enjoy it.
Well, I usually don't take risks anymore. That's how I look at it. I look at, obviously, if I know...
I'm even talking Netflix. Like if
even for Netflix.
Even for Netflix. Like if I'm not paying anything other than my monthly subscription, I'm sitting there and I have nothing to do, but this movie's 2.5 hours long and I'm not sure, I'm not clicking play.
You don't look up IMDb to see the rating?
Nope.
Rotten Tomatoes?
I just pass it up. I just pass it up until someone else makes me watch it.
I only watch stuff that I know I'm going to enjoy. I have to. I haven't seen a movie. I haven't gone to a movie and seen a movie I didn't like in probably 10 years.
That's what I always say about video games. Like, you get to the point with certain hobbies where, like, you just know that you're only going to see or buy or read or listen to things that you enjoy.
I do not want to see a movie. I'm not a guy who wants to go see a movie or play a game and experience something awful and horrible. I do not have that spare time to do that. I just don't.
I know people who go to the movie theater every week on Sunday, and it's like, no, I mean, that's cool that that's what you do, but no, I'm not going to pretend that I want to see something that's in theaters every Sunday.
Only in theaters.
Yeah.